played by Hollywood newcomer Brad Pitt. Unfortunately, since Angelina's here, someone had to watch the kids, and Brad sent this lovely likeness of him. He's happy to answer any questions.
Is that close enough?
So, this movie absolutely inverts the traditional sense of who is the hero and who is the villain in a movie like this. You talk about the origin of the idea, and then also harnessing the awesome power of Will Ferrell as a bad guy in this movie.
Well, Will was the obvious choice because the ambition was to be an action comedy that would take the whole genre and turn it on its ear. And the way we wanted to do that is specifically tell the story through the villain's point of view. From his origin, how he became a villain, through nature versus nurture. We pick on themes of do we have a choice with our destiny? And we wanted to invert the characters, like you said. The villain who becomes a villain through circumstance, not that he doesn't have a great soul, and finds out that maybe he's playing for the wrong side. The hero that is also kind of more of a facade of a hero, and the reporter, the damsel, who turns out to be very strong and actually doesn't need anyone to rescue her. Probably the strongest character in the movie. And then Jonah, we can't really talk too much about his character specifically, but he does have a large part in the movie, unless you want to give it away.
We can't talk about it, I guess, apparently, right? There's a twist with my character in this movie that I think Jeffrey Katzenberg is up there is going to shoot an arrow through my head if I reveal it. But it's basically just a monster twist, and we can't give it away.
Also, because people would freak out if you gave it away.
Yeah, you guys would lose your minds way too hard if we gave it away.
Like the first time they ever showed The Exorcist, and people were like throwing up and passing out.
Do you want to talk a little bit about your character?
I was just going to say, I basically... My collar? It's funny. Yeah, no, I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it one bit. I've never been more confident about anything in my life. I've been hanging out in Wisconsin for a year around the DreamWorks campus, and so I basically came up with the initial concept of what this look would be, and I kept pestering Jeffrey. I think this could make a really good movie. He's like, what are you? Like, I don't really know, but I need a break, and that's kind of how it came to be.
That was about a month ago.
That was a month ago, but I was in the parking lot for a year prior to a month ago. So
now this movie is based on the idea of how every hero has to have his nemesis. Everybody has to have their polar opposite. You guys are working in Hollywood. I would assume have all picked up nemesis of your own. Can you tell me who, given your opportunity, you would destroy in Hollywood, Will? Just destroy.
Who's your nemesis in Hollywood?
Betty White is my nemesis. And I want to fight her in a ball of fire. And I think she will win. But it will be a glorious battle.
It'll be put on pay-per-view.
It'll be on pay-per-view. Why did I mention that? Betty White and I are going to wrestle on pay-per-view.
It's okay.
In February.
Yeah. On HBO. Pay-per-view.
Who's your nemesis? Jonah.
Mel Gibson's girlfriend. I just want to come out officially and support Mel. Thank you, guys.
comes back.
He does not mess around.
Who's your nemesis?
Oddly enough, my nemesis is Charlize Theron. And I can't really get into it, but there's a lot of bad blood there.
Now, is this the first time that you've seen the finished 3D for you and for Will?
Yeah, because I didn't have glasses on, so I think it looks screwed up. I don't think you did it right, Tom.
I didn't have glasses on either, but I was still able to see the effect because I huffed so much paint on my face. So the effect was actually triple what you guys saw. So I think it's going to be good. Are you?
Okay, I actually read what he just said.
Are you cool?
Read what Mel actually said.
Oh.
I'm going to have to take a few of those things back.
That's fine.
It was paraphrased to me earlier, and now I read what he actually said.
Yeah.
I feel guilty.
Right.
I only support a quarter of the things that he was talking about.
The Laker tickets, right?
Yeah.
You're,
just about,
you support him on the Laker tickets.
yeah, no. I was kidding. I don't support him. I do think the Jews killed Jesus. Other than that, with Mel or anything, that's just true. We can all agree on that and just move on with the band thing. I appreciate it.
Well, you talked about helping create the character of Megamind and developing sort of the voice and the attitude for this character and how you approach playing what is ostensibly a villain.
Well, you know, sitting down with Tom and Jeffrey when they pitched the whole concept, you know, a lot of it was already there, but you know, we just kind of came up with I just kind of played around with the voice in a way that it's kind of villainous, but yet slightly pathetic, and you know, just it's a brand new kind of thing for me. I've only done one animated film before, the Curious George. Hold for applause. Hold for applause.
I've always wanted to do this.
I just want to jump in about Will and about all the actors here. Not only are they great
That's
comedians,
life size, right?
not only are they great comedians, but they're also great actors. And there is a heart to this film, and actually a love story within it that Tina and Will really play well. And so it's nice to have the funny business and the improv that they bring, but also just the acting chops, which are fantastic in the story. Will, as you may know if you've seen Space Dad, is the character you saw him play. Will plays a couple different parts in this as well. And when you first started doing Space Dad, which is just kind of on the fly, we were just laughing so hard that it had to be a movie. And sometimes that's how it works, you know, that we write in the character from this improv.
Yeah.
For me, it's a blessing to be able to work with them, and also Brad. And just to mention David Cross, who who's fantastic too. He couldn't be here today.
Now, I know, Jonah, you've done How to Train Your Dragon, and you've worked in this process before. Is this something that you're finding that you really enjoy and have an affinity for?
Hold on, Brad wants to say something.
I love Tina.
Yeah. You know, it's really fun. Yeah, of course, it's cool. You know, I mostly make R-rated movies, and to make a movie that one day, if I have kids or my nephews want to watch, that I can show them without being put in prison.
And now, for you, Tina, this is a new process, correct? Working in animation and really, especially on a film of this type and this scale, is this something that you enjoy?
This was new for me, and it was exciting because, one, I love other actors, but I hate being in the same room as them. So this was a great way for me to not talk to other actors. And it was really fun to see the character come to life and see her animated, because the animators can make a better actor. They can make like your face is more expressive and better looking and stuff. So it's delightful in that way.
One of the questions that was actually submitted via the Facebook page for Megamind was for you, Will, and it was about whether or not this is the first villain you played and how it was to play just a bad guy.
I guess I technically played a villain before when I did Bugatti for Zoo. So this is, I guess, the second time I've gotten to play a villain, and even though that's what was kind of so unique about the project, was that this really is the first time a bad guy really turns into a good guy. Because he realizes that, you know, without good there cannot be evil and vice versa. So it's kind of this basically getting to play two roles at the same time.
So let's open it up to some Q&A from the crowd here today, and